Chad here with the OneMelt team. I'm going to show you how to replace your applicator and or heater today in your applicator. I chose to take this offline. You can do it online. For me, it's easier and more safe because it's not at temperature. My hands are going to be all over this. It's a little cumbersome to get in there to some of the items with gloves on. So it's just a safer approach for me to do this offline. So I'm going to show you how to do this offline. You're more than welcome to do this online. Just keep in mind it's either going to be at temperature or it's going to be in some tight space in your machine. So I would at least kill your pneumatic energy, your electric energy, and let this cool to a point to where it's safe for your hands to be on it. Once you have your applicator, we're going to work on it from the right side. It's just easier to access things from this side. The electrical cavity does go all the way through. Make sure you've got a wide flat, a narrow flat, a 10 millimeter. I've got my zinc oxide thermal compound, and obviously our spare cord set and our spare heater. Remove these 4 pan head fasteners. Your right side electrical covers will come off and it'll expose the internals. What we have here, be a little delicate here. We don't want to skin these wires on these edges. We do soften and chamfer and deburr, but just to play it safe. So what we have here is our ground, our heater, and our RTD. Now the RTD is part of the cord set. So if your RTD does fail, that does constitute a complete cord set replacement. So keep that in mind. Your heater, however, is attached via a 4-position terminal block. So we'll show you how to replace your heater first. We're gonna remove the RTD just to give us some room. Here's your RTD, and this is your heater. So if you're just replacing your heater, you'll go as far as this, and that is it. So just remove your 4-position terminal block on the heater side. Right, leads will come out. Just pull your heater out. So here's the old heater. Before insertion of the new heater, make sure you give it, I don't want to say a generous coat of thermal compound, but a moderate to thin layer of thermal compound. This just helps the thermal transfer of the heat from the actual cartridge heater itself into the cavity of your applicator. Give it just a little bit of wiggle there. So we're in. I'll take a napkin and just clean up any excess that I may have. And we're good. So it's not polarity sensitive. So just throw your leads back in this terminal block, retighten. Place that terminal block in first into your electrical cavity and repack your wiring in there. Again, make sure you don't nick any of the insulation, and replace your cover as you took it off. If you also need to replace your cord set due to an RTD failure, then we're going to continue on showing you that. So you will need to remove the top part of your 4-position terminal block, remove your wiring, take your ground off, out the way. This is where your 10 millimeter comes in. simply thread it out, walk your wiring in that counterclockwise motion as well. And now we're free and loose. I'm going to retain my star washer. Your new cord set should come with it. Just retain your star washer just in case. That prevents any unnecessary loosening of your cord set when it's in operation. We will take our new cord set, and I'll show you the basic steps just to get this in and refastened. And I'll allow you to place your cover back on and reinstall online and begin commissioning. Be careful with this new one, right? You want to make sure and take care not to nick your wires. If you have a small nick and it causes intermittent shorting, it can plague you with troubleshooting and trying to determine what the cause is. So just take your time, be careful. Okay, so we're in. Reorient it. Okay, we've got it. Give it a snug. From here, I am going to reinstall my heater. Again, not polarity sensitive. Packing this electrical cavity takes just a little bit of caution. There's not a lot of room in here. And again, as you start to push these wires down in there, you don't want to cause any issues. Before I did that, I should have placed my RTD. Also on your RTD, give it just another thin coat of thermal compound. Doesn't have to be a lot. Place it in its cavity. We will clean up any excess again. And then last is reconnecting your ground. Oop. Everything looks good. Everything looks tidy. Reinstall your cover. And snug up your 4 pan head fasteners. and you have just replaced your cord set and your heater. Now you're ready to get back into production.